Hey friends, it's Stacy with Stacy Makes. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Stacy and I own a small crochet business called Apple Tree Boutique where I design patterns and I sell plushies at local markets. So welcome. This week's video is a breakdown of my most recent market, which was yesterday, April the 6th. A very small local event. So let me tell you a little bit about the event, and I do have a little bit of footage of us setting up and maybe a snippet during the market itself, and then I will break down everything that I sold and how much I made. So this market is not my typical vendor market where I'm going to an event that is designed to have shoppers. You have to remember when you go to an event and you sign up for something, what the actual purpose of the crowd is. And so in this case, the purpose of the crowd was to come uptown, and there was some music going on. There was a children's pageant. There was food. There was a kids corner with inflatables, bouncy houses. It was just kind of a community festival fellowship kind of an event. And there was very few vendors outside of food vendors that were set up, which is just pretty typical. The actual eclipse, we are in the dead center line of it. We live in a very small town, and but every other little town also around us within a 30-mile radius is also having their own festival and their own concert and their own event. So we knew that it would be hard to draw a whole bunch of people in to just our specific one over everyone else's, and also the eclipse doesn't happen until actually tomorrow, so it was two days away still. We paid $75 for this event through our Albion Area Chamber of Commerce, and we could set up Saturday and Sunday. It was outside. This was our first outside market. We have a couple more this year. Actually, we're venturing into being outside, but it was an outside market, and we have family in town. And Sunday is the less packed day as far as events go. So we decided just to do Saturday. So that's a little bit about the event itself. The expectation was pretty low, right? We do not expect a big crowd. We did not expect a ton of people rushing around with shopping bags intending to shop. This is not that kind of a market. So we're just hoping to show the local crowd a little bit of what we do and what we make. And the byproduct of that was that maybe we sold some things, and we gave access to some people who do follow us and ask us quite a bit about buying some of our things, access to all of our inventory outside of a little booth that we have at the Antique Mall. So that gives you a little bit of a summary of this event, and so that you kind of go into this video and how much I made during this market with a little bit of an idea of what kind of market it was. So I do these markets, if you are new here or haven't watched my previous videos or caught this information, I do these markets with my daughter Tara, who is she has a YouTube channel, Old Soul Factory, and Old Soul Factory Crochet on Instagram. And so every plushie and all the setup and everything that you see is we do together. You'll see a little bit of my youngest son in this video as well. Him and his cousin make some jewelry and keychains and things like that that you're going to see. We allowed them to join us at this market since it wasn't a juried event. Didn't have to be completely handmade stuff and things like that. So you'll see a little bit of him in the video trying to help. So let me go ahead and insert the footage here of us trying to set up. Remember, this was our very first time setting up our canopies and setting up on an unlevel surface outside. And then we also had my youngest son's table with us. So it was kind of a little bit windy. We did not want to set up every single bookshelf that we had. So you'll see we set up 2 of our full bookshelves, and usually we have, at the last market anyway, we had 1 table, 2 full bookshelves, 1 half one, and then we had a half one we used as a checkout. We just used tables as a checkout this time, and we just did 2 full ones and cut the half one out of this display. So we knew it wasn't going to be, like I said, as big of a market as other markets that we've done. So we did just kind of packed everything into a little bit of a smaller area. So I'll insert the footage here of us setting up our canopies and all of those things, and any other footage that I have pre-market, and enjoy. Okay, so I didn't get a ton of footage during the market, and I didn't get any pictures after. One, the after picture would have been pretty underwhelming. There wasn't a ton of sales, as you'll see in a little bit. There was enough. I mean, we obviously had a great time, and we did have a very decent market for it being super close to us. But I will go ahead and insert footage here of just a little clip of there was a band that was playing, the Honeyvines out of Evansville, Indiana. We really enjoyed their music, and when they're playing the guitar and the harmonica, and it was a beautiful. There should have been more people there watching that. It was awesome. And so just a little bit of our booth kind of midday. Like this was like mid-afternoon. So I'll insert that here. Break down everything I made. I don't have pictures, obviously, of every single thing that I did make. If you watch my previous videos where I've done inventory, showed you what I made through the week, you know what these things look like. I'm not going to link every single pattern or show a picture or anything of every single one this week. So I'm just going to kind of name off everything that I made. So I'm just going to list off everything that I sold. Okay, so baby cows. I'm sorry if I keep looking down at my paper. I'm cheating off of my list. So baby cows, I sold 2. I sold the Bernette blanket in the Sweet Snuggles version, which is the medium size that I usually make. I sold 1 Fred the Turtle. If you saw, I think I had 4. And I sold 1, which was the corally pink one, for $25. I sold 1 of my small little chubby mallards for $10. I sold my Madeline Mako elephant in the blue yarn that had the little speckle dots in it for $26. I sold 3 chubby dinos off of the free pattern off of Instagram from Nikolai Crochets, and I can't remember the other person. I'll put it on the screen. I sold 2 tofu turtles from Meg's Makes Crochet. Meg Makes Patterns off of Etsy. One was in the Parfait Chunky variety and one was in the Bernat Blanket. So I do 12 on the Parfait Chunky and 15 on the Bernat Blanket. I sold 4 mystery boxes, which these are just white, kind of like takeout containers. And they're $8 and I wrap an $8-ish item in tissue paper and put it in the box, and I have a sticker that I made that seals it all up. Then I sold 4 of those. I sold my Madeline sloth. I sold 1 Millie the monkey. I sold 1 of the little mini loaf cats. Sorry, scratch my face. Okay. I sold 1 Millie the monkey, 1 mini loaf cat, I sold the unicorn from AQ Crochets I made a couple weeks ago, where I told you it took me a long time to make that thing, and so I charged $32 and just wasn't sure. I mean, probably should have done $35, but anyway, it sold. I sold 1 Berry the Bee, which is my pattern. I sold my Teresa's Crochet Shop, excuse me, Cinnabon cat, and I sold my large the Snuggle Lamb from Mom Stitchetti for $35. I sold 1 normal bee. I sold 1 Passy Clip, 3 things out of the $5 bin, 4 things out of the $5 bin, and 3 things out of the $8 bin. And I sold 5 keychains. A couple of those were tumblers. The little mini tumbler tutorial that I have, if you haven't seen that, that's free. And I sold 2 scrunchies for $5. That was a total of $435 that I sold in inventory, plus I paid the $75 fee, but the $435 was about 15% of the inventory that I took, which is on the low side. I'm still very happy with that. I mean, it was a day out in mostly the sun. The day started off when our setup at like 35 degrees. And it got to 60 and sunny, but then we were, at the end of the day, we were in the shade again, and so it was kind of cool. But anyway, so $435 was not bad we were there from 10 to 4. We tore down at 4, so a 6-hour event. Tara will have her own breakdown video if you want to catch that. I'll put a link once she has it out. I'll put a link down in the description. Her videos come out a couple days after mine. But just wanted to give you a little summary. Not as long of a video this week. I don't have anything to show you. I did make a few things this week, but I did not stress. I had $2,900 something worth of inventory before I went into this week, and so I had some things going on this week that I needed to do, and I just started another project that was kind of for me, that I probably won't sell, but it is a plushie, and I'm super excited to show you that hopefully next week. I got half of the pieces made that go to the thing, so I'm kind of hoping to finish that this week. We have another event in 3 weeks, but we're obviously super stocked and prepared since this venue only sold 15% of our things, and I'll be able to replace that within the next 3 weeks. So we'll work on inventory building the next week, and then I'm also going to probably do a separate video. Actually, I'm gonna do a separate video this week of the painted mural, and that way, if that's not your thing, or that's only your thing and crochet's not your thing, that's in its own little snippet. I did talk about it a couple weeks ago, and we did finish the wall, and their grand opening was this week, so we can kind of speak about that little paint project that me and Tara did together as well, at a local ice cream shop. So that's super exciting. So they had their opening day, and I made 20 ice cream cone keychain, like backpack clips for them to give away to their first 20 customers. And she said they flew off the shelves, and so or they flew out the door. So I was super excited about that. And then I had a couple people message and ask if I could make some of those. So I did make it. I'm going to be making a couple more for custom orders this week. So I think that's all I really have this week. Again, I'm just going to focus on rebuilding inventory. I'm going to get up the paint mural video this week and focus on that one project. And I have family in town, so just a little bit of a light video for this week. And hopefully you enjoyed this market breakdown. I would like to first just ask you to like or subscribe this video. I know it's lame, so you know, the liking helps the algorithm. The subscribing helps you be reminded that I have a new video posted if you go to your subscriptions area of your YouTube profile. And that way you know when I drop a new video, just in case you don't want to miss it. So, so don't forget to do that before you leave, friends. Thanks. Happy crocheting.